Hello, thank you for purchasing your Echo H2 unit. Today we'll be going over an on-counter installation for your machine. We'll now be talking about the various parts that came with your machine that you'll be using in your on-counter installation. The first is this metal hose, which screws into the top of the machine. Then you have the faucet adapter, which fits onto your sink. A number of various fittings to help that adapter fit into your sink. And the accessory bag with the various parts you'll be using for this on-counter installation. There are also some items that come in this bag that you won't use, like the fuse and the elbow. The rest of the items in the bag you will be using. These include the tubing, the Teflon tape, the dust pre-filter, and the key. To install the machine on your sink, the first thing you'll need to do is remove the aerator on your sink found here. You should take a set of pliers or channel locks, grab the aerator, and then undo the aerator on your sink until you can do it with your hand until this portion comes off. Once you have the aerator on your sink removed, we will be installing the diverter valve in the same location. To do so, we will need to use additional parts that come with the installation kit. Now we'll be talking about this small baggie of hardware and the various parts that come inside it, those that you will use and those that you won't. In the small bag, you'll find a number of various parts. You will find a number of male-female adapters to attach the diverter valve to your sink, washers for those adapters, and a number of other parts that are used in an optional under-sink installation. Once you have the aerator removed from your sink, what you'll need to do is take one of the male-female adapters for the diverter valve, pick the best one for your sink, and install it. You'll also need to make sure that you include one of the black washers, fitting it in before you fit it into your sink. Once you have the male-female adapter installed, make sure that you hand tighten it as much as you can, and then take your pliers or channel locks and turn it just a little bit more to make sure that it's 100% secure. Once you have the male-female adapter installed on your sink, you're going to want to take the diverter valve that came with your machine, make sure that the silicone washer is fully installed on the top, and then screw it into position on the male-female adapter that you just installed. Once you have the diverter valve tightened on your sink, you can always adjust the diverter valve 360 degrees as you so desire to have your machine on either the right side or the left side of your sink. However, this portion of the diverter valve should always be pointing towards your machine. Once you have the faucet adapter fully installed, you'll need to undo this small nipple on the side of the adapter that's pointing towards your machine. Once you've done so, take the tubing that you have and insert the tubing onto the end of the faucet adapter nipple. Once the tubing is completely on, make sure you take this fitting and slide the fitting on so that it can fully attach your tubing to your faucet adapter to prevent any leaks. You will then need to tip the machine onto its front to access the port on the bottom of the machine. Insert the key between the plug head and the elbow, then rock the key back and forth and the plug should pop right out. Then you will insert the white tubing into the elbow that has just had the plug removed. Once it is firmly pressed in, take a pair of scissors and cut the white tubing that you've just pushed in. You will now install the dust pre-filter. Install this dust pre-filter with the arrow on it pointing towards the machine. This arrow indicates the direction of flow. Make sure it's secure and then tilt it upright. This filter is designed to catch any large particulates. Once you have the dust pre-filter and the tubing installed in the port on the bottom of the machine, the final step is to take the top spout and screw it into the top spout adapter on the top of your machine. There is a small washer on the top spout hose that will prevent any leaks, and once you've done so and it's hand tight and secure, point it into your sink and turn your machine on and it will function. Once you have your machine fully installed, the last step is to plug your machine into power. Once you've done so, flip the switch on the back of the machine. The machine will power on and chime, At that point, make sure that you turn the knob on the front of the machine to on, turn your sink on, and turn the faucet adapters section to on to divert water to your machine. At that point, fill yourself up a cup of hydrogen water.